Hey, indie artist. Real close. Real close. You don't need an artist manager. What's up, guys? Brandon here from KDMR Music, the channel that teaches you how to succeed in the music business. Now, in case this is your first time here, we make videos every single week teaching you how to succeed in the music business. So we break down different music marketing tips, strategy tips, and just like in videos like this one, where I'm breaking down why you probably don't need an artist manager. So if you're looking for that type of content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, then click on the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. We post them twice a week. But anyway, this year, 2019, I made it a goal of mine to talk to more musicians one-on-one. We've seen pretty good growth on our YouTube channel. Our podcast has grown tremendously in the almost a year since we started it. But for me, it was like I wanted real face-to-face interaction with artists. And when I meet face-to-face with artists, it never fails. Whether I'm in a group setting, if I'm meeting people one-on-one, someone always asks me, hey man, like, do you think you could be my manager? You think you can manage me? And the answer is usually no, right? Actually, always. I've never said yes to a management client in that sort of a situation. And the reason for that is not because I'm cocky or arrogant or like, I would never manage you, right? But the real reason is because most of you guys just don't need managers yet. And, I wanted to make this video to get you guys out of this mindset that the success that you are looking for is only going to be found when a certain person comes along and rescues you, right? And that is just nonsense. It's just not true. It's not true. You do not need an artist manager to start to find success. So, let's break down what an artist manager does. An artist manager is pretty much the highest paid consultant on your team. They advise you in certain business decisions, and yes, depending on who your manager is and what their style is, they are actively going out and seeking opportunities to make you more successful. But really, what a manager does is say, hey, this is out there, that's out there, that's out there. My recommendation is that you do this, but it's your decision. And then you get to say, no, manager, I don't want to do your idea. Or, yes, manager, that works for me, right? Some manager and managee relationships are really good, right? Like a famous example is Eminem and his manager Paul Rosenberg, right? Paul basically handles all of the business so that Eminem can be as creative as possible. And Paul finds a way to make that relationship work and make those business ideas work. And every single time there's an album rollout, it's pretty successful for Eminem, even when the album is not very good critically speaking, right? And yeah, when you get to Eminem's level, you absolutely will need a manager. When Dr. Dre starts knocking on your door, you will definitely need a manager. But most of you, right now, do not need a manager. Let's talk about a few things that a manager is not, right? A manager is not some person who is just going to magically make your career explode, right? Now, a good manager is well connected in the industry. A good manager may have connections at a record label, and they may be able to help you get signed. A good manager is good at developing artists. So they will help you hone in your skills and, refine your skill set and your talents so that you are more relatable, you are more desirable for whatever opportunity you're looking for, whether that's a record deal, whether it's securing a booking agent so you can start performing more across the country and around the world. Whatever the case may be. Yes, a good manager will be well versed and well connected in the industry to help open you up to more opportunities. But a good manager is not someone that's just going to wave a magic wand and make you a bunch of money. That person is likely a crook, right? Where's the money coming from? Again, we've seen all these movies where, you know, someone may be doing really expensive favors for an artist. Come to find out, they're just stealing that money directly from the artist, right? And so the mistake that so many people make is they think because my music is good, it must just be that I don't have the right person behind me that to make it happen. And in some cases that is true. But in most cases, you just have not done the work to build a fan base. And in most cases, you can do the work to build a fan base without having a manager. But I can't lie, it's going to take work. Your work to build a fan base is going to be on a grassroots level. It's not going to be on, the Lady Gaga level where you go and perform on a couple of talk shows and now boom, you've got a fan base, right? Things don't really work like that anymore. Mass marketing just doesn't work unless you're just that different and your music is just that good, right? I think of the Old Town Road guy, right? Which that seems to come up a lot here recently. Or the Cash Me Outside girl, where she did something funny and, all of a sudden it went viral, and then record labels start calling her phone, knocking on her door, whatever, right? For the vast majority, like 99.99% of you, that's not going to be your story. Your story is going to be, I used to perform at these same clubs. I started going out of town and performing at clubs out of town. I started going further out of town. I added all those people to my list and, they started to be activated, whenever I had new projects. They started paying me for merchandise. I used that money that they paid me to find bigger opportunities, to open up for bigger artists. And those are things that you can do to build your fan base. And as you start doing those things incrementally, that is when you start to find the quote-unquote success, and that's when you're going to start to need a manager. Again, I've talked about this in other videos, but you don't need a manager until you've got something to manage, right? You don't need a manager until you're making consistent revenue in music. You don't need a manager until you've got offers just coming in out of nowhere and you don't know how to prioritize them. You don't need a manager until you've got fans in multiple different cities and you're like, I don't know how to plan a tour. I need some help with this. And even then, you may not need a manager. You just need a booking agent, right? So most of you who ask me about management have not put in the necessary work to know what a manager can do for you. And in that situation, you are setting yourself up to get screwed over. And I don't want to see you in that position. And that is why you and most artists that I talk to do not need a manager. Not yet. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a rating, and leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on artist management, and if you need a manager, when you need a manager. Maybe some managers will light up my comments like they did on that iTunes video that came out last week. But anyway, I will see you in the next video very soon, and peace.